Hey there, Ascension Pioneers. I am on another trip, which is not so much a hiking trip, it's more of a research trip, but I am once again in my same mountains here. And I just, barged in here. Actually, I broke into this house, not indoors, but in the surroundings. There's no one here. It looks like an abandoned wooden house, very cute. Such a wonderful surroundings, and I've been having these thoughts of eco villages here, and it's very peaceful, and I'll show you the view at the end of this video. Just having some thoughts and really emptying out this weekend, because there was kind of a lot of work for me recently, and I just feel emptiness because whenever I do that, whenever I get out of the balance, I just need more time to just be, and I feel sort of empty because it's like that space is leaving me, and somehow for a while it seems there's nothing there, but still I feel guided to record a video since I'm surrounded by this beauty again. I can't capture all of it in one frame, too bad, but the view here is 180 degrees mountains. It's spectacular, it's amazing. What I want to mention today is something brief about finding our joy, since this is a topic that I'm delving into. This weekend it feels like I just can't connect to that same magic that, I was talking about recently. And I've been asking myself why this is so. And it's because all of this mumbo jumbo, around this apartment and finding a new place here. Yeah, we went to see this place yesterday. And there's just so much physical when you delve that deep into this search into, I think there's a reason why they say that moving is number 2 reason of stress amongst people besides a death, of a loved one. And it really feels like this because when you go into such things, when you really start dealing with that, it can be so dense. And for a lot of us sensitive ones and those who just wish to be and be in that freedom space, this sometimes, what it's dealing with, you're dealing with money, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with documents, you're dealing with papers, and it's so dense. And it's just when I'm thinking how everything goes and how everything is structured, it's still not within that fifth dimensional, what everybody is talking about, this reality and this higher realm of living, which I like to mention. And we are creating this, of course, but it's like we're the first generation who's breaking through all of these systems and all of this. So when we're dealing with such things, you gotta find at least something, at least one thing that brings you magic. So reconnecting back with that. For me today, after all, I was in nature. I had this view. It was all perfect. But because magic is within, you can be at the most beautiful space, you can be at the most beautiful top of the mountain, but if you are not connected to your inner magic, it doesn't count. You don't feel it. That's why so many people are. I was just meeting this guy today. Turns out we were at the same high school. We had a talk, when my mom and I visited this resort there. It's like a children's resort for the summer. And we started talking, and he said how he's more into sports that bring you lots of adrenaline, like mountain cycling and skiing, mountain skiing, things like that. I'm thinking, no wonder people always seek those activities because they so badly, so desperately want to reconnect with that magic. But in the end, it's much more simple than that. There are tiny, tiny things that are like lockets that we unlock inside of ourselves that remind us of that magic again. And sometimes for me, if I don't feel it at that moment, if I start being of service, I always reconnect with the magic space. So when I was thinking about making a video, although I felt kind of like blank, like I'm cleansing out something again after all this work and this trivial things, of 3D nature. And the moment I started, doing this, it's already magic, it's already an adventure, although everything is, like for example, I was lying there on my blanket in the sun, just pouring the sunlight in my body, just integrating that. There was a tiny butterfly that kept sitting on us. It was just really cute. And these tiny things, these tiny moments, and for me right now, it feels like I've unlocked this by coming in this house, pretending it's mine, it's my weekend house, it's my weekend resort, and that all Ascension Pioneers can come here. You see, sometimes it's really funny how things are structured in third-dimensional living. You see, there's no one here right now in these beautiful days who'd be using this house, and there's a receipt there for measuring the electricity, and there's no one here. And it's just such a waste. And there's so many things in this world that are waste. So I was thinking, if I come here and bring a little bit of inner magic to this place can come alive, because even things such as houses and all of these things, they have life. They have a life force. They have such beauty inside, but if we don't tend to them, like not in a third dimensional way, like for example that guy we spoke to before, he said his dad is like that. He's so attached to the house. He always mends the outdoors and the garden and everything. He never wants to leave, not even for a vacation, because he's so attached to that place. And the guy, you know, is the opposite. He's the traveler. He always travels. He always seeks adventure. And the funny thing is, not in an attached kind of way, but to love all spaces that we're in, and always brings a sense of aliveness to them. Because I see there's a lot of beautiful places that have great potential, but they have not yet come alive, because we humans who are caretakers of this nature, who can have so much more than just be abusing nature and just saying, okay, I want to live here because it's beautiful and I want it to serve me, but we wish to serve nature and all of creation as well. So making places alive, so unlocking that inner joy to come yourself, become alive, and then making all these beautiful magical places alive. So this weekend, like I said, remember, I also have this human side, especially if I'm dealing with these things that are very dense in nature. And I feel like a lot of energy that's not my own glues to me. Because it's like you're on top of the mountain, but you have to, you know, like a bird, plunge into the greatest depths. And you know you have to do it for some reason. You know you can choose otherwise. You can just choose to stay at the top of the mountain all the time, but you choose to go deeper each time, because you choose to make this transparent. You choose to make this come alive. You choose to bring life to this world. That is what is an Ascension Pioneer anyway. So a lot of times you might feel, oh gosh, where's my joy? Where's my magic? How can I reconnect? What's happened? What's lost? It's never lost. It's just the things that we're doing energetically. Sometimes we plunge into things so deeply that we no longer feel ourselves. We no longer feel this guidance. And I work a lot with people by helping them to reconnect with this knowing that it's always there. It's just the perception that makes it different. Or if you absorb some sort of energy that it's not yours, it's still, you've absorbed it. You are the one who, because you plunge deep, now you have to deal with it. Now you have to make it transparent and translucent and radiant again. So to find that magic means when something feels like it's empty, like there's nothing more you can do on that level, when you can just raise your hands and say, oh my gosh, I really can't do nothing on this level anymore, because there's a certain amount of doing you can do, and when it brings you joy, it's good. It's good, it's good, it's good, building up. But when there's a point in time and space when you did all you can do, that's when you need to just throw your hands in the air and say, that's all I did on this level. You know, sometimes I come to these places, and because I record now videos, I try to record them outdoors and to the magical places I visit. I'm really hoping that people won't think that's all I do. I do a lot of physical work. I do a lot of work on computer and communicating and with people, and I do give myself this gift for coming every once in a while. And of course, as you know, I'm trying to create a new home here. But the thing is, there's always this flux. That's why we came here. We came here to be not just in beautiful mountain spaces up there. We came to plunge into the reality that sometimes it's very dense, it can be sticky, people can be not awake, not aware, and when you're plunging into that, you're dealing with that. You become a part of it. You're not of this world, but you're literally that moment. You're walking on it, and you're dealing with the same things. You're feeling the same things. The only thing you have to be careful of is not allowing it to affect you, your joy and magic and your bliss. So that's why I'm making this video, how to reconnect with that. When there's a certain point reached when you feel like either you absorb some sort of energy that's not your own, or you feel you've done all you can on this level, and then it's it. And what you have to do again is find some other form of enthusiasm of what brings you that inner joy. Not like, wow, or seeking adrenaline, or these kind of adventures that people do when they go too much heavily into sports and things like that. But it has to come from within. you know? So you can go out with a bike and be all in adrenaline and return home and there's still an empty space. You haven't done much really because you haven't connected through your inside, your inner vision, inner experience. So when you find that thing that elevates you again, that brings you to the connection with yourself again, whatever it is, you instantly have purged or let go of or cleared that which was glued onto you or that which maybe was not balanced. You can do it instantly. So joy is the energy that actually instantly manifests this abundance when you're fully in the now moment, fully connected to your inner radiance and bliss. And how to reconnect it is, like I said, when there's like this space of stillness and you've done the letting go, you've done all you could, and now you still feel that there's something missing. You're finding something that's missing in your life. It's not whether how to search it. We search too much for things. They don't come to us. Well, they do naturally, but we create this space through the state of awareness that we are in. So it's kind of like this broom here. You see? This is a regular broom, right? I hope this can make you see through this example. This is a regular broom, old, kind of falling apart, and you can see it like, oh, it's just a broom. But how you live magically is you break into a house like I did, not into, but in the territory of it, and you can pretend, even if just one moment, like in my example, like it's me, like it's my cute little wooden house, like this is my magical broom, like I'm a magical witch. Well, rather be seen as a magical princess, but anyway, see, the perception of everything can change your reality. So someone can see it like, oh, it's just a broom, and then someone with a playful, childlike nature might see, oh, and they begin to play and do all these things, you know, in a room, which is what I always do. And when you feel like that part of you is not expressed enough, it just means it's missing because you've stopped creating it, because you've fallen too deeply into the abyss. And you've plunged maybe way too deep. You know, we are to plunge, but not to get lost in those deep waters. And the balance between the mountain and the sea, the ocean, the depths, is always need to be in this alignment. So when it feels this way, what we can do is create something that brings us back into that instant feeling of enthusiasm when something really uplifts you, no matter how tiny or how small and whatever it is, you know? And for me today was taking pictures again of these they're beautiful pink flowers, my fuchsia pink, growing here, and seeing these magical moments. Like, for example, I didn't find coins for a long time now, but a moment we found this place that we were supposed to see yesterday. There was a coin on the floor when I parked my car, and I was like, wow, a coin, wow, I didn't see them for so long, you know? Tiny things like this can instantly make you feel connected, like you are one with all life, and you're constantly sending yourself messages, and this is the state we are now striving to always reside in. There are moments when we're not, but when we're not, the most crucial thing is to notice it, to say, oh gosh, I am not, but then don't judge it. I say, okay, I'm a bit weird or a bit off or a bit empty. I say empty in this space, and it's my now moment, but I'm willing to shift. How will I do that? Magical broom. Magical broom. Anyway, maybe, you know, I can even, since there's no one here, maybe I can even sweep the floor for a bit. Since nobody else is here, so this is at least I can do for just, you know, inviting myself in uninvited. So anyway, guys, do check out after the video, post the video, some awesome views I'm sharing as well. Before I was heading up the hill, visiting an organic farm, and enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. Creator magic. Every moment counts. Take care. Bye. Hey guys, well, this is the view from this house. Beautiful, isn't it? Just wanted to show you if you can have a kind of house like this, that you can see these mountains every day. Oh my gosh, you're probably the luckiest person alive. It's like this, nothing special. It's like this old wooden house. And my broom that I used for my introduction. And It's their tiny garden they're having like this. No one mowed the lawn for a very long time because it's like abandoned, but there are just beautiful apple trees and just nice. So I'm gonna return now, and I just wanted to show you that these kind of things can be, oh, you see, these are my flowers. Hello there. And things can just be very magical. You see, that's the kind of house that you can create for yourself, even if just for a few moments, with this beautiful view. Of course, you're gonna have to walk through some of the gravel, some of the stuff, but this is where you will be at the end. Ah, yeah. Enchanted house with a locked doorway, which I climbed through. See? We can climb through anything. I'm once again bringing you closer to my sacred spots, and the rooster is saying yes. I'm here at this hill above this valley that I really like here in Slovenia, the mountain village. Yeah, the rooster is saying yes. You see, this is the view to our beloved mountains. This is the view number 1. Here you have the view number 2 with our tallest mountains. The view number 3. See? Well, this rooster wants to be on camera. What is it, rooster? Yes, yes, this is our home. This is our home too. This is an organic farm, actually, and I've been just thinking about the possible options of future developments here, such as eco-villages, and you see, they have an amazing amount of trees, of apple trees, I think. And they have everything. They're placed in the most amazing location. Do you see down below is one of our favorite and most popular mountain resorts. Not just mountain resorts, ski resorts, pardon me. And this is our most touristic location here, below the Alps. Last time I was somewhere there in one of those hills, and I was observing this peak, if you might remember. It's one of our tallest ones. And the view they have here is basically almost 180 degrees of these mountains. It's one of the most spectacular views in Slovenia, actually, I think, what I've seen so far. I want to take you through that view, which is, see, you come to this beautiful spot, which is one of our groups, our tallest mountains, and I wish to live somewhere below them, manifesting that I could hold my sacred retreats, and I can host you all guys here to have this, to experience these beautiful views together. So I'm just gonna take you through this. Yeah. You don't want to take a look at that. It's full of cow stuff, which basically us organic vegans, you know, don't really like. But it's all a matter of future development. I was just thinking, you know, how much possibility there is here in this beautiful hill. It's not populated at all. There's just a few farms here, and this could be an amazing future potential to start projects such as eco-villages, you know, and these communities, light communities. And of course, we're still a while away from that. But look, this is just, can you imagine living in a community that every day you get to wake up with most amazing meadows? You see, it's like very steep terrain here, but there's a lot of roots coming from here as well. But can you imagine every day you wake up to 180 degrees of these mountains, and there's nothing but grass, meadows, trees, animals, beautiful divine companions, and you can sit underneath a tree while observing the mountains. Oh, yeah, these are my dreams, and I'm sharing them with you, and I feel it's a dream of many people. I remember last year when I was here in May for a week, and I was kind of like holding the sacred space and manifesting it to be here. And you know, you never know what we've set up for ourselves to do. and what sorts of new projects we will be beginning. You see, and I just love when there's meadows overlooking the mountains. It's one of my favorite things, when you can just grab a blanket, grab maybe a piece of paper, a notebook, and a pen, and just write, or just be, and just meditate, or just hold a sacred space below the mountains. And that's why this hill, this village, which is not really populated, is one of my favorite ones. It just feels like home, you know, when you can have this space and this. And it's too bad that this camera doesn't have enough wide view for you to see what I see. It can either show you this or this. It's so much grander when you see it in person, really. So this talk, this sharing, is about holding this sacred intent that we have, and just trusting it. You know, some things will develop maybe in a couple of years. Some things will take more years. But what is important is, look at this, is that we start somewhere, and we start here, where we feel guided to. Maybe you have one of those spaces too. And oh yeah, you can see our resort here from here. This is, and we have, you can see the ski tracks are there. And it's just really beautiful. At the same time, you know, you can be in the city, which is not really a city. It's like a mountain village. And at the same time, you can have total peace, serenity, harmony. You know, this is the kind of life that I envision for myself, because I feel I can no longer be trapped in the city life. You know, even we've been talking to this owner of this apartment we were looking at, and she said, I know that cities will become like ghettos in the near future, and she was kind of open to that. She felt it, and oh my gosh, look at the twin flame tree. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave you with this, and this is what I love. I hope this is what you love as well. Nature loves us, and sending a big nature hug to all of you.